What is up, everyone? In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to defeat the Chaos Shadows and score the highest score on the Necrosis element. The Chaos Shadows is the open world bosses, guys. Basically, we have 3 of them rotating around the map every 1 hour. If you started playing the game recently or a while ago, probably your otherworldly exploration event is open. You're gonna have to get exploration points in order to collect all these side rewards from here, do some quests. Now, the most rewarding thing overall is to score 22 million damage on one of these bosses, multiple ones daily, preferably. If you can do only bosses every single day, is amazing, okay? But of course, you need to be a Kraken to have so many heroes to be able to do all the bosses multiple times every day. So I'll be happy with one of each boss every day from the 6 elements. And today I'm gonna show you the Necrosis element. This is actually a team from a clanmate of mine. A big shout out to Silicon Paladin, because he actually made a pretty dope team, a pretty free-to-play team, very budget team actually. And I said I gotta share it with you guys, with the community, because it's gonna benefit you a lot. So the biggest amount of points that you can earn from any event or any quest or anything that has to do with the otherworld exploration event is by doing this. 2,500 points, 22 million damage. And even if by any chance you're not going to be able to get to the 22 million, at least you're going to be able to get to 11 or maybe to 7. It really depends how advanced is your account. But if you are at around this part in the game, you should be pretty developed. Like, we're pretty much using the same amount of stamina, all of us. I'm not free to play because I'm purchasing the battle pass, and I have the two monthly cards basically that do give me a small amount of stamina daily and the gems, and I'm purchasing daily the stamina. But the gear gap should not be huge in between us, okay? So just as an idea. That being said, we have 2 epic champions and 3 rares. Questash is gonna be our attack down champion. Edgar is gonna be the tank. We have Tia right here, who's gonna give us some damage. She's gonna give us the invisibility, which will bring a bit of damage reduction with the passive. You have Megan for a bit of healing, and of course we have Adri, which is another rare hero, but she brings decreased speed penalty, recharge speed penalty with the ultimate skill. Triple hitter, so that makes her amazing for the defense down artifact, regardless if it's the Crown of the Unclean or the Witch's Remains. So basically the boss has 2 AoE attacks. One of it has a fairly decent range, and the other one covers the entire map. You can literally not hide away from it. So you want to position your heroes a bit more towards the back in a way or another. It's not a necessity to keep them all the way there at the back, you know, but don't necessarily push them to the front, because the first AoE is actually gonna smack them. Let me just quickly make sure I'm getting the right build on, and I'm saving it as well while we're doing it, so don't have to do it again after. I love this new feature, man. Like I've been saying it to everybody. I love this new feature with the presets, you know. So let's crack on it. There is a bit of a risk if Questa, for example, doesn't keep that decreased attack down when the boss is using the ultimate skill towards the end. We might be in trouble and we might have to retry the run a bit, you know. But that's something that is not necessarily a thing. Hopefully we're gonna be fine, you know. But it can happen, you know. Okay. I don't think that these laser beams are actually doing splash damage as well, at least from what I've noticed. You don't necessarily need to keep one tile distance in between of your heroes, from what I've noticed, but I might be wrong on it. And yeah, that's basically how the run goes. Having the decreased recharge speed penalty on the boss is massive, because it won't allow him to rotate the skill so often to smack us non-stop. That decreased attack is very important. Now the problem is that the animation on this boss is so freaking long, okay? And the decreased attack is just expiring by the time he's even starting to beam us down with his laser hits, you know. So it's actually a bit annoying. But there we go. 8.4 million damage. So it's not like we need a lot more, but we still need 13 millions, you know. So hopefully everything is gonna go fine. You might have to retry it once or twice. It really depends of the RNG as well on how often you're missing that decrease attack. But so far, so we're looking pretty good. We have Questa with almost 5 million damage. We have Tia with 2.7, Adri with 2.2, and then we have Edgar with 1.5 million damage as well. So they're all putting a bit of work, of course, except Megan. She's not really intended to do damage, but I feel like I should try to give her some damage, and maybe that will actually make it even safer. But look at those beams, are just crazy, are just too powerful, you know. Okay, 14 million damage. As long as my heroes manage to recover and to be on full HP, it's very likely for them to survive and be fine with nothing to worry like that, you know. But if they don't manage to recover in time from ultimate to ultimate, it's very likely that I might lose Adri or maybe even Tia, you know. So now we have that decreased attack, which is good. That definitely helps quite a bit to have it on, you know. 17 million damage. We're looking actually very, very good now. Okay, Questa. Man, I love Questa. She's such an amazing champion. I used her so much in the beta. She actually got me the win against Odd One Gaming in the Arena CC tournament, and hopefully she's gonna do more work for us, you know. Right here, I feel like this decrease attack is gonna expire. Luckily, I have that invisibility from Tia on my heroes, and they're surviving. So there we go. 22 million damage, ladies and gentlemen. 2 epic champions and 3 rares, which is actually massive. Not using any legendaries or using any of the insane champions is actually rewarding. Like I'm always saying it. Dragonheir does one thing very good, and that is allowing us to play with rares and epics in the endgame. This is the real endgame of Dragonheir for the moment, till we're actually getting the new dragon boss, you know, and it looks pretty damn sick getting all the rewards, you know. There we go. Can we reach 25 million? Come on. Can we reach 25 million, Quest? I'm counting on you. And we hit 25 million. How I mentioned, it really doesn't matter. I'm getting nothing extra for reaching 25 million. And 22 is all that you need. I'm gonna let the run go because why not? Maybe we reach 26, sorry. Or maybe we're not. Don't be too greedy, Skratch. 25.8 is more than enough. I feel like it's more than enough. Okay, I'm counting on you, Megan. There we go, guys. Complete. And we cashed in on 25 million damage. Pretty close to 26, actually. So we got the maximum rewards from here. And statistics, we have Tia with 21% of the damage. Questa with 43%, so 11 million damage. Very, very impressive. I've always praised this champion, and I'm gonna do it forever, seems like it. Edgar with 3.6 because he's built for damage as well. Then we have Megan with 1.4%, and you have Adri with 20%. So let me just save my damage, and there you go. You're getting some gold, and you're getting 2,500 exploration points, which honestly is massive. To be able to do most of the bosses with 22 million damage will quickly allow you to collect all these side rewards from here. And not just that, guys, but at the end of the season, you're gonna be ranking, okay? The more Echo of Clepsydra you're collecting and stuff, you're gonna be ranking higher and higher. So I'm rank 128 on my server, and the rewards are actually pretty nice. So let me just quickly show you. You're gonna get some appearance thing if you're all the way up to top 150. I'm not sure if it's a mount or something like that, but it looks pretty cool regardless. And then you have Heliolite dice, you have gems, and you have these tickets that will put your mercy at 10 summons. So 10 summons will guarantee you a legendary. So definitely try to rank as high as possible, guys. Maybe some of you had no idea that thing is there, you know. So let me quickly show you the heroes and their builds, okay? So if we're gonna go all the way to Questa, so I have her built on a Gambler set. That's going to be the main thing that you want to use on your heroes to get the damage done. And we have 66k HP, 1.4k defense, 3.7k attack. Now, I would love to drop some of the HP for more attack, honestly. 75 crit rate, 209 crit damage, and 210 accuracy. Keep in mind, I have the 5 elemental affinity bonus. That gives me extra accuracy, some extra stats as well. Then, of course, I have her equipped with spiritual incense that gives her more ultimate energy, and that's very, very helpful. Then right here we have Tia. We have the eyeball of the giant on her, and a gambler set as well. Total stats 58k HP, 1.4k defense, 4.7k attack, 79 crit rate, 104 crit damage. She doesn't need the accuracy for healing, heal reduction, because that's not going to work against this boss. Now, for example, Irma, she's a good tank as well. So if you want to use her instead, if by any chance you have her leveled up, definitely go on and use her. She actually has pretty good damage. It's defense-based damage rather than attack, and she does bring you damage reduction to the team, 30% less damage. So that's actually pretty nice. And you have a hit recovery, but just on herself. But the damage is based on defense, so it's actually better because it's easier to keep her alive. I haven't used her because I wanted to show you with a rare champion to see that it's actually very free-to-play friendly, very obtainable for the majority of players. Of course, if you have Questa and Tia, most probably can be replaced actually. Then we have Megan, and she is built on a Brotherhood set. She does have the Rift Hourglass just to have more skill haste on her. I don't necessarily think that is mandatory to have this, but the more skill haste on her, the better, just to have more healing, basically, you know. Total stats, we have 60k HP, 3.5k defense. The rest doesn't really matter because I haven't prioritized damage on her, so it's just random stats. She doesn't need the accuracy, but she's getting it from the artifact, and I have 40 skill haste plus the 100 from the artifact, so 140. For whatever reason, it doesn't count the one from the artifact. I don't know why. Then we have Adri. She's built on a gambler set. She does have the Witch's Remains. If you don't have that, you can definitely go on and use the Crown of the Unclean, the epic artifact for defense down. You're definitely gonna need one of them if you wanna deal good damage. And then you have 44k HP on her, 1.7k defense, 3,333 attack. My god, I have no idea how I managed to hit that number so precise. 67 crit rate, 138 crit damage, 240 accuracy. A bit of an overkill on the accuracy, I'll be honest. And I have 24 skill haste. I would like more skill haste on her, honestly, but I don't have it at the moment. Maybe in the future. Then right here we have Edgar, guys. He is built on a gambler set as well, and for your surprise, he does have the volcanic disc as an artifact. And total stats on him, we have 70k HP. His shield is based on his own HP, so the higher the HP, the more shield he's gaining. When he's under shield, he has a 20% damage reduction. Keep that in mind. Then we have 1.7k defense, 3.4k attack, 77 crit, 100 crit damage, and we have 18 skill haste. Resistance, accuracy, and the rest don't really matter. Attack interval, of course, it will help a bit with a basic skill. Then this is it in terms of what champions I used for my team, the builds that I had on them as well, guys. And let me just quickly show you a couple of different variations. So this right here is what we used. Then he dealt actually 24.7 million damage. Then this is another good variation. Zarlot, if you have him, is awesome. I don't have that champion, honestly. And look at this. You have this summoner, I actually even forgot his name, with 32.3% damage, guys. Okay, so he's actually more than Questa in this team. So keep that in mind. He could potentially bring in a lot of damage for you guys if you have him available. And if you don't have Tia, but you have this guy available, use him instead of Tia. Questa, she's pretty important for a decreased attack. And the legendary, again, is not a necessity. You see, he kind of like did more of the tanking because he only dealt 13.3% damage, and he took a lot of damage instead, you know. So you can use Edgar instead of that. But that's as an example. And right here, a different one where you have a different rare champion, which is a pretty good summoner, actually. He deals pretty good damage. I actually forgot his name, but I'm gonna quickly show him to you because I do have him available. I remember him because I talked quite a bit about him, quite a bit. Theo, that's the name. That's the name. There we go. So basically, he summons and sacrifices all the summons and deals extra damage. So he's pretty interesting. Definitely keep him in mind as well. Then you have U tier, which is the new legendary. He's not scrolled, and you have Questa in this team who's not scrolled either, and he dealt 26.5 million damage. So these are a few different variations. You can play around with them, guys, and you should be able to get it done if you're kind of like following the recipe. But big shout out to my clanmates again, guys, and hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to the channel for more Dragonheir daily content, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, guys. Inferno and Twinkle event, Dungeons and Dragons, coming to Dragonheir Silent Gods. I'll be streaming live on Twitch TV, guys, from 5 p.m. UTC. Stay tuned for it. The link is in the description down below. That was all for the video. Peace.